Alright, so I got a Google Nest Thermostat. It says no Wi-Fi connection and then no power. So it caused a lot of problem. It wasn't turning on, and when it turns on, it wasn't connecting to the power. It was saying that might be due to the battery. And I see some of the Google Nest, they have charger placed in the back, but I don't have, so it powers with the battery and then directly through the wire. So when I turned it on, it was saying that E298, and it wasn't heating up the house. The wiring and everything was correct. It was working fine, and all of a sudden it didn't work for a couple of days. So I called the HVAC guy, but before that I tried to do it myself, like troubleshoot it, and I couldn't do it. So what I figured out about this furnace over here, Goodman. So the switch is over here, which powers the thermostat, and then whenever I was turning it on, it was tripping the breaker, and the breaker is on this side. So I was turning it off and turning it on, back on, tried a couple of things, and it was tripping, and then it stopped tripping, and then I see that the E298 disappeared from the thermostat, but whenever I turn on the heat, it wasn't connecting to the heat pump, not heat pump, furnace. So the furnace got a problem. It was saying F04. So it's got a lot of things with that. You have to change the filter, check the gas valve, and then the igniter, and then the furnace flame sensor. You check the gas itself, the blower, and inducer, like pretty much everything that's connected to the furnace. And then how you can see the code, you can see the code from here. It was a blinking code. It's a little bit hard to see sometimes. So I'm gonna show you what I did on my own before the technician came in. So I changed out the filter, didn't work. Check the gas valve. There's a turning here, like knob, I would say, on and off. So you turn this one on. And then I got a gas valve over there. Turn it on. Everything is working fine. I can smell the gas when you turn it off. And then the flame was not coming, so that means the flame, the igniter, was not getting power from the switch whenever I was turning it on. So this one was improperly programmed. They did it as an outlet instead of a switch, so they incorrectly wired it. That's why it wasn't working, but it was working fine for a couple of days before that. So I wonder what happened. So maybe somebody more professional could explain it here. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna explain you how it works. So you have a furnace, gas comes in from here, everything is turned on, comes over here, the knob is on, the gas goes to this side, and then the flames, the igniter turns on. It becomes red, and then when it heats up, the gas blows to that igniter, and then what it does is that it blows to all three cylinders over here, I would say, blowers, and then the flame sensor senses the heat, and it says, okay, so I keep the flame here, it's working fine. Now it blows through this blower, and this one is exhaust. So but everything that's related to the power comes from this side. So if you don't see the igniter turning on, so that's probably the power wires over here inside. So you might have to check this one out and check for the loose wires over here. And if you're not getting, let's say you're getting the flame sensor, the igniter on, everything is working fine, but you're not getting a gas, so that means the valve is not good. But let's say you're getting the red igniter and the gas is blowing, but it's not staying constant, so that means that the flame sensor is not working, because it's not sensing anything and it's saying that there's no heat. So that's why it's not keeping it constant. So you might have to take that white piece out and then clean it with the $1 bill or like sandpaper. So that's about it. And if it's not blowing anything, then it's a blower motor over here. And then what else here? You have to drain the pipe over here as well sometimes, like with the vacuum. And what we did for our project over here, we changed out the thermostat, because whenever we were turning on the heat on the Google Nest, it was actually engaging the AC instead of the furnace. So that's kind of weird. So somebody might have more knowledge and explain it to us, but we just changed out the thermostat. We didn't have time to dig into it, like try to find out like what's going on with the thermostat. So it's just better for us just to replace the thermostat. And the thermostat is working fine, like, but the programming just messed up, so I might have to replace it or return it to Deccan Light, because I got it as a rebate and I got a good deal on it, but still, like a smart thermostat, it's not working. So we did properly wired the wires. It's grounded. Checked the electrical panel, did same thing over there, grounded, and it's working fine now. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna show you how it properly works. I'm gonna turn on the thermostat and I'll show you the whole process that I just explained to you. All right, so we got a Sensei new thermostat. So I'm gonna put the heat on. Now let's check it over here. So now it's blinking. You see the flame, red flame over there. So that means it's heating up. Now it's gonna wait for the gas to be released from here. Now it's released. So that means that the gas is going through that flame, the igniter, and it's blowing. And now that sensor over there, the flame sensor is saying, okay, so we got the heat, everything is working fine, now just keep it constant. But most of the time, what I have experienced for the past several years, I would say, that the gas would not, that the flame would not stay over there. So that means that the flame sensor is bad. So if you're gonna change the flame sensor, just pre-order it. This is just cheap thing. And same thing with the igniter. If you want to pre-order, like, you can do it online, or you can get it from Lowe's or Home Depot. They're like widely available, I would say. So it's just better to have those if you're troubleshooting on your own, and you can try both. So if you want to replace them, you can replace them, and I'm hopeful that it will work out for you guys. So we had a couple of I would say cold days. I didn't even check the switch line over here, but I was expecting that it would be a problem, because it wasn't powering up the igniter, so it wasn't turning red. So that was a big problem. I could have done it on my own, but that's fine. Yeah. Hopefully this video would help you guys, and please subscribe and like, and leave your comments.